bump, big bump, big bump. Oh. Oh. Hello out there in YouTube land. Hope you all are having a good morning. I'm just packing up from staying in the Cracker Barrel that I was at last night, and today is a really special day for me because I am exploring my first national park on my trip. One of my first videos I mentioned that I was going to the Smoky Mountains and Shenandoah National Park. I had previously been to them, and because of the weather at the time that I was there wasn't much going on. A lot of the park just didn't have much appeal to me, being that it was cold and not a lot of wildlife or, trees or things like that you could see in bloom or with leaves on them. So I decided to opt out for those two reasons. I'd been to them and it was just too cold. So today, like I said, is really special because I'm visiting my first national park that I've never been to. It's called Congaree National Park, and it's about 20 miles southeast of Columbia, South Carolina. And I am currently about an hour away. So I am going to put some trash in the trash can at the gas station behind me, and then I'm going to hit the road. All right, I just got to Congaree, and there's not too many people here. It's kind of rainy today and very cloudy and chilly. So it's supposed to rain around noon to 1, and it's about almost 10 o'clock now. So we'll see if I get wet or not. But I have my National Parks Pass, and I should be good to go. Dedicated in 2003, Congaree National Park lies 18 miles southeast of the state capital of South Carolina. The park preserves the largest tract of old-growth bottomland hardwood forest left in the United States. The lush trees growing in its floodplain forest are some of the tallest in the eastern United States, forming one of the highest temperate deciduous forest canopies remaining in the world. In 2018, the park received 146,000 visitors, which unfortunately ranks it as the United States' 10th least visited national park. The park preserves a significant part of the Middle Atlantic coastal forest ecoregion. Although it is frequently referred to as a swamp, it is a large bottomland subject to periodic inundation by floodwaters. Congaree National Park has been designated an old-growth forest and part of the Old-Growth Forest Network. The park also has one of the largest concentrations of champion trees in the world, with the tallest known examples of 15 species. The park preserves both the tallest and the largest loblolly pines alive today, as well as several cypress trees that are well over 500 years old. In addition to being designated a wilderness area, an important bird area, and a national natural landmark, Congaree National Park features primitive campsites, and offers hiking, canoeing, kayaking, and bird watching. Well, I got caught in the rain. It just started, and I have about half a mile before I get back to the visitor center. Most visitors to the park walk along the Boardwalk Loop, an elevated 2.5-mile walkway through the swampy environment that protects delicate fungi and plant life on ground level. These boardwalks are very, very slippery when wet, so word of caution if you ever visit in the rain. Well, it's so long. Well, I got caught in the rain, and I was able, let's see, I got here right around 9, and it is 11:30 now. And I was able to walk, so they have an elevated boardwalk that goes for about, I think it said 2.5 miles. Takes you around a bunch of different areas. Some massive, massive trees. Huge, like tall. I read somewhere that this place has, I'm gonna research it before I say it, so I'll wait for a second. So there's a boardwalk like I was saying, and I walked all of that. And then I also walked a portion of the Sims Trail, which takes you to the campground. The other way takes you to a lake. I went the wrong way. I didn't take a map with me, so, well. And then I also walked part of the Bluff Trail, which is around the campground area, which was completely different vegetation and landscape. It reminded me of Europe and like the Black Forest in Germany. Not that I've ever been there, but I've seen pictures, and that's what it reminds me of. So that was pretty cool. So you don't have to go to Europe to experience Europe. And then about a mile out before I got back to the visitor center, it started raining. It's raining pretty good now. But they have a nice little gift shop area, if you want to call it that, where they have books and stickers and all your typical national park gear. Not too crowded, you know, with the rain, and it is pretty chilly. I think it's about 55. So not too crowded. A lot of times I was on the boardwalk and it was just me, and it was very quiet. This was before the rain, and you could hear the birds, and not a lot of wildlife other than birds. But I'm sure in the summer, there's probably snakes and turtles and maybe even an alligator or two in here. But definitely a very cool park. It's a beautiful place. And it's also free, by the way. You don't have to pay to get in. You don't need your park pass. You just walk through the visitor center, and that takes you right to the boardwalk, and you can walk the whole thing. So you don't need to pay. There's no fee. There is a campground here, like I said. I think there's 2 or 3, actually. So you can camp here. There's multiple hiking trails. And it's a cool place. I would like to come back. If I was ever in this area again, I would definitely come back, especially if it was a nicer weather day. But yeah, so I think all in all it was good, but the rain kind of put a damper on everything. So it is almost noon. I have to run to the gas station, or hit the gas station, and then from there I'm about an hour and a half from Charleston. Charleston is something that's really on my bucket list. I've heard it's a beautiful city. Really excited about Charleston. And then I'm only there for 2 days, and then from there I head farther south into Georgia, into Savannah. So hopefully the weather, it looks like the weather will be a little bit better, and I should have a good time. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the pictures. Sorry the weather wasn't a little bit better, but yeah, so I'm gonna get to driving, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.